The number one mistake new gardeners make with basil, and how to avoid it. Ready to transform your garden into a basil paradise? You can grow lush, flavorful basil even if you're a complete beginner. Let's dive into simple secrets for a bountiful harvest. Basil is a sun-loving herb that thrives in warmth. Don't worry if you're new to gardening. It's easier than you think. With a few simple steps, you'll be enjoying fresh basil all season long. Start seeds indoors 4 to 6 weeks before the last frost. This gives them a head start. Alternatively, sow directly into the garden once nighttime temperatures consistently stay above 50 degrees Fahrenheit 10 degrees Celsius. For indoor starts, use a well-draining seed starting mix. Plant seeds about 1/4 inch deep. Keep the soil moist and place them in a warm, bright spot. Seedlings usually emerge in 5 to 10 days. Once they have their first set of true leaves and the frost risk is gone, gradually introduce them to the outdoors. This is called hardening off. When planting basil outdoors, space each plant 10 to 12 inches apart. This ensures good airflow, preventing fungal diseases. Basil loves sunshine, so aim for 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight daily. Well-drained soil rich in organic matter is key. Mix in compost at planting time to give your basil a nutrient boost. This will help them grow strong and healthy. Good drainage is essential to prevent root rot. If your soil is heavy clay, amend it with compost and other organic matter to improve drainage. Here's the secret to abundant basil. Pinch early and often. Once your plant is about 6 inches tall and has at least 2 sets of true leaves, pinch off the top set. Pinching encourages the plant to branch out. Instead of one main stem, you'll get multiple stems, resulting in a fuller, bushier plant. Every time you pinch, 2 new stems will grow in its place. Continue this process throughout the growing season for a continuous supply of leaves. Basil tends to flower, especially in hot weather. Flowering, or bolting, reduces leaf production and alters the flavor. To prevent this, pinch off flower buds as soon as you see them. Regular harvesting also helps prevent bolting. By continually removing the top growth, you're signaling the plant to focus on leaf production rather than flowering. If you want to save seeds or attract pollinators, allow a few plants to flower. Otherwise, keep pinching those buds for the best flavor and leaf yield. Basil prefers consistently moist soil. Water deeply when the top inch of soil feels dry. Avoid overwatering, which can lead to root rot. Water at the base of the plant to avoid wetting the leaves. Wet leaves can encourage fungal diseases. A layer of mulch around the base helps retain moisture and suppress weeds. Organic mulches like straw or wood chips are ideal. They also break down over time, adding nutrients to the soil. Harvesting basil regularly encourages more growth. You can start picking leaves once the plant has a few sets of mature leaves. Harvest in the morning for the best flavor. The essential oils are most concentrated at this time. Snip just above a pair of leaves to encourage new growth. Avoid stripping off only the lower leaves. This can make the plant top-heavy and encourage early flowering. Harvest from the top and sides to keep the plant balanced. If you have more basil than you can use fresh, preserve it. Pesto is a classic way to use a large harvest. You can also chop and freeze basil in olive oil for later use. Drying basil is an option, but it loses some flavor. Freezing preserves the fresh taste much better. Consider infusing oils or vinegars with basil for a flavorful addition to your pantry. Experiment with different preservation methods to find your favorites. That way, you can enjoy the taste of summer basil all year long. Basil is a great companion plant for many vegetables. It's said to improve the flavor of tomatoes and repel pests like aphids, mosquitoes, and whiteflies. Plant basil near tomatoes, peppers, or even lettuce. You'll get a culinary bonus and natural pest control. Companion planting is a win-win. Marigolds are another excellent companion plant for basil. They also repel pests and add a splash of color to your garden. There are many types of basil to explore. Genovese is the classic sweet basil. Thai basil has a licorice flavor. Lemon basil and lime basil add a citrusy twist. Holy basil, tulsi, is grown for medicinal purposes. Experiment with different varieties to find your favorites. You can even mix them in containers for a fragrant display. Each variety has its unique flavor profile. Try growing several types to add variety to your cooking. Basil grows well in containers. Use a pot at least 6 to 8 inches deep with good drainage. Feed it with a diluted organic fertilizer every couple of weeks. Basil in pots tends to dry out faster. Keep an eye on moisture levels, especially during heat waves. Container gardening allows you to grow basil even if you don't have a garden. Place your container in a sunny spot on your patio or balcony. You'll have fresh basil right at your fingertips. By midsummer, even well-maintained basil may start to decline. Don't be afraid to succession plant. Start a few new seedlings to keep a steady supply going. You can also root basil cuttings in water and pot them up for a second round. Succession planting ensures you always have fresh basil available. This is especially important if you use basil frequently in your cooking. A little planning will keep you well-stocked all season long. Keep an eye out for common basil pests like aphids and Japanese beetles. Treat infestations promptly with insecticidal soap or neem oil. Downy mildew is a fungal disease that can affect basil. Ensure good airflow and avoid overhead watering to prevent it. Remove any infected leaves immediately. Proper watering, sunlight, and soil conditions will help keep your basil healthy and resistant to pests and diseases. Basil loves warmth, sunlight, regular pinching, and a little care. Keep it from flowering too early, harvest often, and you'll be swimming in leaves all season. It's the kind of herb that pays you back tenfold. Growing your own basil is incredibly rewarding. The flavor is far superior to store-bought basil. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of knowing you grew it yourself. Now it's your turn to get your hands dirty and start growing. What's your favorite type of basil? Do you have a secret to growing bigger, bushier plants? Share your tips and experiences in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. If this guide helped you, please like, share, and subscribe to EcoAlchemy for more gardening tips and tricks. We're building the ultimate plant growing guide library, and you won't want to miss what's next. Happy gardening, and remember, keep your hands dirty and your hearts in the garden.